A very good evening to one and all, and a warm welcome to the In-Service Skills Enhancement Program presented by VIDYADAAN Foundation. I am Shweta Batra, and I'm here to take you through the session. To begin with, I would like to introduce VIDYADAAN to our audience. VIDYADAAN Foundation is a transformative non-profit organization. It is dedicated to empowering underprivileged children, youth, and women through the power of education. With an unwavering commitment to fostering a bright future, Vidyadhan Foundation is at the forefront of providing high quality education in India, thereby enabling disadvantaged children to unlock their potential. To enhance the quality of education, it also conducts teacher training programs. To remain in the forefront of education sector, it is crucial for educators to be updated with the latest advancements. Additionally, as a policy requirement, every educational professional must engage in 50 hours of continuous professional development, what you call it as CPD, annually. In this, the In-Service Skills Enhancement Program presented by Vidyadan represents a significant initiative to fulfill this requirement. We are pleased to have trained over 13,000 teachers across India and are committed to extending this opportunity to educators from the CBSE, ICSE, and state board schools. The ISEP is a capacity building program which is designed to enhance teaching skills, provide updates on the latest educational trends, and equip educators with essential tools needed to excel in their roles. The sessions are both engaging and informative, and they are delivered by industry experts. We shall have a session every Saturday from 5 to 6. The point to be noted is that educators who successfully attend the program will, be, uh, will, will receive a certificate which states that you have had a 1 hour training. What you need to do is that after the presentation of the speaker, we will be sharing a link. It's a questionnaire which will be based on today's session, and the person who scores 7 and above is eligible for the e-certificate. In case you want the e-certificate, you will have to pay a small fee of 100 rupees. All this needs to be done before you leave the meeting. Coming back to the session, a short, brief intro of our speaker today. We have Mrs. Veena Karnati. Thank you, madam, for being here. She is the principal of Vasavadatta Vidya Vihar School, and madam is a MA BEd, and she will be taking our session today through, which will be running from 5 to 6:30. Before we begin with the session, I would request you to put down your questions pertaining to today's session. If you have any queries, you can put it on the YouTube chat, and if time permits, we shall try and address it. With this note, I request you, madam, to please take over. Thank you.
Yeah, very good evening to everyone over here who has joined through YouTube. So today's topic, as you all have already known, is about career guidance. Just I'll share my screen. Yeah. So before getting into the actuals of the topic, I just want all of you to reflect on yourself for a while and just think, what is this career? A 6-letter word, and how important it is in everyone's life. So, many a times we all forget to understand how important career in our lives is. See, we complete our education, that is graduation, by 21, 22. Then post-graduation, if another 2 years. And from there, we look forward to get into our careers. And 25, imagine if an individual gets into career, they will be in their career for the next almost 30 to 35 years. So once we retire, see, hardly as per present lifespan of an Indian, it is 75 to 80. So we end our careers by 60, then hardly 15 years we would live. So if you see all these three parts, first part education, next part career, and third part are old age. So career occupies the major portion of our life. Such an important role career plays in all our lives. So now when we understand how important career is and for how many years we are going to be with our career in the life which is given to us, now it is also important for all of us to understand that how important it is for one to be happy in their career. See, we see most of us in the pursuing the careers, whatever we are. I imagine all the people who have joined today would be teachers. So for teachers, just I have a question here for you to understand how you all got into your careers. See, just reflect on these two questions. Are you happy with your profession? How did you choose your profession? See, first thing, what is being happy? What makes us happy? Is it salary? Is it our job satisfaction? Is it or is it we being in the right place? We being in the right work. So if we don't like our work, and it is, believe me, it is going to be a hell throughout our life, as we just understood that most of the portion of our life we are going to be in our career. So if it is not a happy thing for us, so we will not be able to show up to our job on day-to-day basis. And you all know, I don't need to mention how difficult it is to wake up every day and go to a place where you don't feel like getting into. So that is how a, how important a career is in one's life. So now next, the second question, how did you choose your profession? See, by many of us, we don't know what kind of profession we get into when we choose our subjects. Immediately after 10th, when we set to choose our subjects, majority of us, we go on with our choices, either for the parents or for the friends. We don't make our individual choices. It was happening and it is happening with most of the students today. And I don't know how many of you as teachers have experienced and known. Many of the students today, I have seen my students, they get into some science or math and finally they go it for 2 years. Then once they are not able to get into it, they just say, uh, this is not something which is making me happy. I think I'm not able to do it. So then again, I have known many students who got back and who has changed their career paths. Some after completing their 11th, coming back and saying, I want to change my subject choice in 12th. I feel I can't do this. I'm not getting this. I'm not understanding this. So this is how the things will not work. And especially in today's scenario, if you are all CBSE teachers, you might be well aware like how difficult, how tough the competition is getting day by day. And now if you see the exam pattern, see, it is very important for boards to set a standard pattern, which obviously will help the board also to set that standard for the children, which would help the children in getting themselves ready for the competition of tomorrow. So in such an important scenario, if the child is not enjoying the subject choices which he has made, then definitely the hell which we are all experiencing in our careers today, then the same thing will be happening with the next generation. And so this is how, with this small introduction note, we are here to start our today's session. How important is career guidance to students, especially when this first time when I have known about career guidance, the first question which has come to my mind was, why is this important? Like, we didn't know about it, but today, whatever we are doing in our professions, we are happy with that. What's wrong with the people? Why this new business of career guidance has come up and how important it is? So, this was the first question which has come to my mind when I have known about career guidance. Uh, exact moment when I thought about this career guidance, I have given a thought to it is exactly when my daughter has completed her 10th grade and she was about to get into grade 12th, grade 11th. So this is when I got to know about career guidance, but I overlooked it and I just thought it's a nonsense. Then I have seen her struggling grade 11 and 12. She has picked math just as all friends were taking. So then I have seen her struggling with mathematics, physics, which was not her cup of tea. Then I, when she was in grade 11, then I thought, okay, I heard about this career guidance. I just need to understand what it really means. So let me get deep into it. And being a teacher, so my natural instinct also pulled me towards it. Then I took up course in University of California under career counseling. So when I got into the course and when I started pursuing the course, it is then when I have understood what role this career guidance plays in making the career choices for children, and which is already in practice in different countries, but we Indians, we didn't know about it. So then once my daughter has completed her grade 12, then I understood, uh, I have given her some tools which would help her in understanding her strengths. Then she made her choices in graduation. So this is my personal experience, how I have chosen to be a career counselor by profession also. So today I not only serve as a principal, but I serve students of my school as a career guide also. So just let me make you all understand through this small information about how important is career guidance to students. Career guidance is crucial for students to navigate the complex landscape of educational professional choices. It helps them identify their strengths, explore various career paths, and make informed decisions that align with their interests and goals. Here, I would like to anecdote with this, with a small poem. Most of the teachers, especially English teachers, would know about this. The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. So, like, it is the poem goes like this. So, before the author, there will be two roads, and he has to pick any one, and he cannot travel through the both the roads. So when he has to make a choice, just he goes and stand before one road and looks at the road as far as he can. So when he stands there and looks at the road, looks up to the road, then the road seems like not much people have traveled through the road. He finds out. How does he finds that? Because the flowers and leaves which have fallen on the road, they were there lying dried up. So no footprints or no vehicle prints have uh, pressed it to the ground. So through which he understands that this is not much used road. Then he goes to the other road and checks, and he feel the road is very clean and clear, which makes him feel that this road is used by many people. So then again he stands at the center and just thinks, what would be my right choice? Then through his thinking, he understands that whatever road I take, I cannot assure that most traveled road would give me less problems, and the less traveled road would give me more problems. Problems or hurdles will be same in both the paths, but it's just that I need to understand the path and I need to make my choice. So here finally he chooses to go with the road which is less traveled. And before getting into also, he just makes sure that it is not that the most traveled road is a bad one, but it is my choice to travel on the road which is less chosen. So, and I'm ready to face whatever challenges this road gives me. So, this exactly you apply to the information which is given here. The career guidance helps the children to identify their strengths, number one, which is very important. Then explore various career paths. So if I make this choice, so what type of careers I'm going to have? And then third one is it will help them in making informed decisions, which is very important. So what happens when one makes an informed decision is they take up responsibility. A great responsibility comes on them with their own decision because that is their decision. Any problem, any hurdle which they are going to face through that decision, they will own it and they will be in the front to handle the situation. Otherwise, if parents or someone else makes the choice for them, then they would just any day come back and say, see, this is because of you, and you asked me to do this, and this is what I am today. So, when as long as we have a reason to point at others. So it's a human tendency that we don't take up that responsibility. So with an informed decision comes a great responsibility. And if that responsibility is aligned with interests and goals, then that is how the career guidance would turn as a virtue to today's generation. Then, so key objectives of career guidance to mention are of this today's session, key objectives of today's session, I would say, educate teachers on the importance of career guidance for students with a focus on the career development process. So career development process, as we understand in the beginning, that it is the process which is going to play the most important role in our life. And definitely, we all need to understand it. Then equip teachers with knowledge of career information resources and tools to facilitate students explore various career paths. Then identify the key competencies required for teachers to effectively provide career guidance and information to students. Familiarize teachers with the changing world of work and emerging occupations to help students make informed choices. Provide teachers with insights on the components and determinants of career guidance, enabling them to conduct effective group guidance activities. So these are all what we are expected to do being a career guide to our students. This is what we are going to get into. And before getting into this, I just want all of you to reflect on yourself. Uh, in today's classroom scenarios, you see most of the children, especially secondary children, once the children get into 8th grade and slowly they step into 9th, this is a common experience for every teacher that you start children going out of interest. They don't find purpose in coming to school. They don't enjoy uh, classes. They don't like teachers taking long hours in teaching. They don't show interest. They are not involved in taking notes. So you see, most of the time, they they are out of motivation. Something is missing. When we teachers try to just tell them this, that, so they are just like, yeah, to that moment, we feel they are going to change with what motivation we are giving. But that's not the long term. That's going to be for a very short period. Tomorrow or in another 2 days, they will get back to the same behavior. So this challenge is faced by every teacher today, and believe me, dear teachers, I have experienced this personally, that career guidance, if you are able to give to the children, just understand through the tools about their strengths and challenges and try to drive them towards them and make them understand what kind of choices they have if they pursue these subjects and manage to get into these universities. If you make them think in this direction, then you can see a lot of change in the way they behave in class, and what all the behavioral issues they are facing today in classrooms would be solved with this step. And so here it's important for all the teachers to have this basic knowledge of career guidance. Professionally, as a professional, you need to understand the process of career guidance so that you can handhold these children and help them in driving them towards their right paths. And that is one major reason why CBSE has taken career guidance as one of the capacity building programs, where it's a it's a basic need for every school. That professional career counseling we are not expected to do, but basically, what are the interests of the child? See, child spends almost 12 years of his precious life, which is the maximum amount of his education period in the school. And if a teacher closely follows the child, then it's a teacher just like that can understand the interests of the child, the qualities of the child, which the parent doesn't know. The teacher has the opportunity to know those qualities of children. So if we really sincerely try to understand the child's qualities and strengths and help them, drive them towards this right choices, then you would be making a great difference in the life of the child. So that important is this topic today. Yeah, the role of guidance in problem solving. So right now we are concentrating on the word that is guidance. So guidance is a process that empowers individuals to recognize and leverage their inner resources to set goals. So as a guide, you are giving guidance to your children to recognize their resources which they have, which they possess in themselves, and which would help them in setting goals, make plans, and solve their own problems. Instead of directly solving the problem, guidance helps the individual develop the skills and strategies to address the issues themselves. So this is the definition of guidance. See, the reason I'm trying to give you the definition of guidance and next would be counseling is these two terms are important to understand: career guidance and career counseling. So in schools, we are here to give career guidance, which clearly says that you are here to understand the inner abilities of the child. And when you make the child aware of their inner abilities, so you will help the child in setting goals and making plans and solve the problems by themselves. And you also will be in a position to tell, okay, as per your strengths, these are the things you can do. These are the areas where you would excel. But when you have to excel in these areas, you need these skills. So concentrate on these skills. Definitely you would be able to make better choices tomorrow. So parallelly, I would also like to address like CBSE is also introducing these skill courses in all the schools, and already the circular is sent. The reason is guidance. So when we give this career guidance and we identify that some skills need to be added to the child's strengths, so those skill courses would again help the child in getting into those skill courses and understand basically what those skill courses are. And if the child is really into that, then in future he can make those choices as his major choices. So this is the role of guidance in the schools. So now counseling. Counseling is a vital process that assists individuals in navigating life's challenges and adjustments. It is a collaborative effort between a professionally trained counselor and the individual seeking help. Through this process, the counselor guides the individual to recognize their inner resources, set achievable goals, and develop strategies to address their specific needs and environmental factors. So, counseling is a deeper thing where the counselor will get personally uh, into the different qualities of the child and tunes the child as per towards his strengths and challenges. So, we are not a trained professionals who can play the role of counselors, but yes, we all can do the guidance part, which would help if the child wants to get into deeper aspect of career guidance, then we can suggest them to go to the career counselors. Understanding career. So now basically, when we understand guidance and counseling, now what is this career? Career is a broad term that encompasses one's occupation, trade, profession, and vocation. It refers to the sequence of positions, roles, activities, and experiences an individual undertakes over their lifetime to earn a living. Career is not just a job but a lifelong journey of professional development and growth. See, generally people confuse with these words job, work, and career. See, job is something which you do for a period of time. Work is something which you do on day-to-day basis. But career is something which is there, which is occupying a major portion of your lifetime. And it is a journey which goes along with you, which needs, like as our age grows, we need to make some changes in our lifestyles to which makes our life easy. In the same way, you need to give those nutrients to your career if as you grow in your career. So career needs some personal interference of every individual if you have to grow in your career. So job and work are part of your careers. The broader aspect of work life, when you look at the work life of an individual, is career. So the lifelong process of career development. Career development is an ongoing, multifaceted process that extends across an individual's lifespan. So, this is what I was telling you. It involves a dynamic interplay between a person's self concept, the skills and training they acquire, and the choices they make in seeking and adjusting to employment opportunities within their home, school, and community environment. So whatever you choose to make your living, so it is your career, and wherever you do it, either from your home, school, or community, so then definitely it needs a process. So Role of teachers in career guidance. So this is the purpose we all are here today. Teachers play a crucial role in guiding their student career paths. They help clear students' doubts and misconceptions about different professions and provide valuable advice to help them make informed decisions about their future. See, addressing doubts. Teachers actively listen to students' concerns and questions about various careers and provide clear, honest explanations to address their uncertainties. So here suggestion for the teachers is take time in talking to children about different careers. Maybe you can allot a separate time to discuss in the timetable. And it is good, every teacher, every subject teacher, as per their subject expertise. So if it is a science teacher can come up with some professions to explain what are the different options available if they take science as their major, and how these careers look like, where can they start and where they can end up to, minimum to maximum, what would be their achievement. So this is how teachers can have open discussions about career paths with the children. Then tailored advice. Leveraging their knowledge and experience, teachers offer personalized guidance to each student, recommending options that align with their interests, skills, and long term goals. So, just understanding the skills and interests of the child, you can give some advices and recommend some options. Then, fostering exploration. Teachers encourage students to explore diverse career paths, exposing them to wide range of occupations and helping them discover their true passions. So I do this with my children. If some child comes up and says, I want to become a neurologist. So what do you know about the neurologist? So the child doesn't know anything. So he might have overheard it from someone, from his family or friends, and he just picks up the word. So today, students are really blessed, and it is easy for teachers also if we are able to take a little time out of our regular time and talk to our children. There are many videos, even the surgical videos are available, performed in brains, performed in different parts of the body. Now, we can ask children to explore those videos, check those videos, and make them understand how the duty of a neurosurgeon would be and what how crucial role he plays. So when you talk to them, and this also would help them in researching about what they want to be, which motivates them towards doing things better than what they are doing today. So many children say, I want to get into JEE, IIT. So, what do you know about IIT? What do an IITian do? So, they don't have any idea. So, if you can tell them that, whatever apps you use in your mobiles, so in your handsets, so these apps are the programs created by these IITians, and that's how they get their teams to develop their programs and they bring that into life. So this is how we can make them understand video games. Whatever video games they are playing, they are created by this tech experts. So this is how that clearing their doubts would generate interest in the students. And the last but most important role of a teacher in career guidance is teachers can open the doors to better communication between parents and students to foster better understanding of the career choices of the students. So the reason, see, when I was taking just 2 days before making of a scientist, there is a lesson in footprints without feet for grade 10 students. So when I was teaching the lesson, and once I completed and just I asked students, there was a deep silence in the class when I completed the lesson. Then I just said, okay, how many of you are ready to become scientists? So then one of the student just said, ma'am, you better explain this lesson to our parents. So then I asked her why. Ma'am, in this lesson, the way the mother has supported the child, if every parent understands the little interests of the child, and if they support their children, then definitely we all would become something better in our lives. But most of the time, parents look down at our interests and they want us to achieve something which we don't even understand. And they never encourage. In this lesson, the mother was the pillar for the child, and she encouraged the child with all his interests in his childhood, which made a difference in the child's life. So, this important is the role of a parent, where most of the parents are not able to understand that, and they don't believe that their children can think better than them if they are given the opportunity. So, teacher can open the doors to better communication between parents and students to foster better understanding of the career choices of the students. Yeah. So, what is the need for guidance? Holistic development, recognition of potential, recognition different activities, conducting different activities in the school along with the academic knowledge. But no, now career guidance, if you are able to guide the children towards making their informed decisions of choices, then it would be true holistic development. Then recognition of potential, as I told earlier. So when if the child is able to recognize their potentials, their strengths at this young age, they get lot of motivation which will push them towards achieving something big. Recognition of individual uniqueness. So you see all the many of the children today with no interest in coming to school. They don't have a purpose in coming to school. So here, when you make them identify this is your strength, and definitely they would understand that yeah, they too can become something. They too have some strong points. They too have some unique qualities which no one else have, which would foster them to generate that interest and nurturance of creativity. So the little acts, the little excitements, the little involvement with the child shows on day-to-day activities in the classroom. So many of these things, the parent will not be able to evidently see those creative things of the child because the child stays very less time at home being active. So whatever time child stays at home nowadays, if you see especially senior children, they are pushed towards some tuitions or again getting back to attend some online classes where very few parents would allow children to pursue their personal interests, and the child only way to show his personal interest is at school. So identify those small creative sparks in the child and make the parent understand that their child is creative in these aspects, and thus parent involve parent also in the right development of the child. Then essential requirements for building career. So these are the three essential requirements: personality, aptitude, interest. So personality is something which every child have their own unique personality, which is genetic, which is also affected with the socio-economic circumstances. It's important for teacher and also parent to understand the true personality of the child. Then aptitude, the ability of solving, then interest. So these three, and fourth one, most of us feel it should be there, that is skill. But skill, the reason it is not considered as essential is skills are something, any skill as such can be acquired through regular practice. So as per the personality, aptitude, and interest of the child, we need to identify the right skills which the child already possesses and the right skills which the child has to instill if he has to excel in some particular career, and teachers can recommend those children to work on those skills. Thus they can make better choices and they can make themselves ready for better choices of tomorrow. So here is a small way where I want all of you to understand the pressure of the child. So my son, parent says, my son, I want to see you as an engineer. So boy said, oh, sure, dad. So then you see the mother comes, oh, come, my little doctor. So parent wants something and mom wants something. And see here the sister also coming up and saying, bro, hotel management is better for you. So see now the child, well, I will think about it. So now you see the confused poor child here standing. Engineer, father wants him to be an engineer, mother wants him to be a doctor, and the sister wants him to go with hotel management. So now what is the right way for me and where should I go? So this is a common scenario, every household scenario, and a confusion in every child's brain. So then comes the career guidance. So it helps. See, students, they don't plan their future. They are too young to think something big about their future. If you ask children, what it's a general thing that we ask the children, what do you want to become? What's your goal? So these are the basic things we all need to understand, that students, they don't plan their future and they just follow their peers or accept the verdict of their parents or get tempted by current trends. They see someone in their family doing well in some profession, and so they also want to become, because he is earning good or he is leading a luxurious lifestyle, and they are totally away from realities and live in the world of their own dreams and fantasies. So then they fail to discover their own true self. See, we when we reflect today on ourselves, 80% of us, we don't know what is our true self. Even today, at the age of 40s, 50s, 30s, whatever we are, we get carried away, we get influenced by people so easily. Then, how can you imagine a child of 15 years or 17 years will be able to take a better judgment, take a better choice for himself without any guidance? So, as the child is in this state, this is the actual state of every child, and that is the reason career guidance is important for the child. So, see this. Alice, do you have any valuable career advice? Work so hard that it destroys your health and crowds out any chance of having a personal life. Wouldn't that make me unhappy? You didn't ask for happiness advice. Okay, so see the hidden message in this. Valuable career advice. So, what is this career advice? Why do we go for career advices? Is it for making more money? Or is it that you want to get into better positions? What is your purpose of working? So, no one thinks what makes me happy. Okay, if my salary increases by another 10K or 20K or 1 lakh, will I be happy? Probably Probably no, probably yes. We don't know. We never give a thought to it. Or today, if I'm a teacher, tomorrow, if I become a vice principal or some coordinator, or I become a principal, I would be happy. So today, if you ask me, I'm a principal. Am I happy being a principal? No, I'm not happy being a principal, but I'm happy being an individual who is administering this role. So, being happy with ourselves in our roles is more important than others. So, what makes you happy? Are you happy while working? You are under tremendous pressure of your work. You don't have time for yourself, but still you are able to have a good sleep at night. Then you are happy. So that is what a better career advice. Instead of career advice, you ask people what what makes you happy, what kind of life makes you happy, and how can you make your career happy. Think individually and write an answer for each of the question given below. So I just want all of you to please reflect on these questions. So just scribble in your notebooks, give a thought to it. As a little child in the school, what were your dreams? As a teenager in school, what career plans you nurtured for yourself? At college level, does your plans for career changed? What was the reason for the change? Are you satisfied with your present profession, or do you want any changes in your profession? If you are not satisfied with your present career, what profession would you like to opt for? So these are the 5 questions I want all of you to ask yourself. And if you really want to understand it better, tomorrow when you go back to your works, you take these answers from different people who are working around. You will understand how important it is to be happy in a career. Then process of career development. See, process of career development goes this way. See, when you know this process, then this is what you can take back to your children. First thing is know yourself. Know yourself. When you have to know yourself, then first you should know values. What kind of values you have, which you got from your family and society. Then what interests you have. Then what strengths. What are your traits, character traits? See, every one of us have our own characters. We are unique in owning our own characters, which are called as these traits. Then ambitions. So every one of us have some ambitions in life. You want to be that person. Then explore options. Next step, once you know yourself, then next step is explore options. See, you all can take this up in your classrooms as individual activities. No, first session you can have on know yourself, where you give some prompts to the children where they can write down. Now, what values? Honesty is a value, punctual is a value, kindness is a value, gratitude is a value. So, as the children, what kind of values they possess, and what are their interests? What most of the children, when you ask them to write down their interests, they say, book reading or watching TV or playing games. Okay, so then next our question should be why that is interesting for you. If you are picking to read a book, what type of books you read? Okay, what type of characters please you? Okay, or what kind of characters will help you in reading more? So this is how you can more get into the details when they are expressing about themselves. So when they talk about ambitions, talk to them how they pick these ambitions, like from whom they have understood this, from whom they have learned it. How did they know about it? This is important. Then explore options. So whatever they have given, then go ask them to go with occupational research. If child wants to become an engineer, so then how many types of branches are there in engineering, and what are the career options available? What are your choices in that? So let him explore by himself. Give him some time span, 1 week, 10 days. Okay, after 10 days, I want you to collect this information. You research on these: civil engineer, electrical engineer, electronic engineer, mechanical engineer. You research on these four and you come back to me. Okay, if it is doctor, okay, what kind of specialization you want to do? Pediatric, gynecologist, ortho, this one. So you let them get into some options and let them research on them what these doctors actually do. Okay, then industry trends. How the industry is, what is the nature of the industry reflecting on these professions. Then career options for degree. Okay, so next, get focused. Action plan. So now they have known their interests. Now they are exploring options and then they are getting focused. Means, okay, now child says, yeah, ma'am, I have explored these things and I think I want to become this. Why do you want to become this? Because I feel they have a great respect in the society, or they are earning well, or I want to do this service because I feel this service is not seen in my area, or my area needs more attention on this. Whatever way is, let him take. Then action plan. Okay, now you want to become this. So what 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 you have to do? Okay, what will be your choice and how much percentage you have to score and what are the best universities offering. So let the child research on these things, and this will, when we divide such things and keep before the child, now the goals of the child are very clear. So by the end of grade 12, by the end of grade 10, I have these choices. If I get this percentage, I will have this option. If I get this percentage, I will have this option. Then I will go to this. Then I will go to this. So the roadmap is clear for them. And then once their roadmap is clear, then it's the action which they have to take on it. The action part is the final part which will concrete all their ideas till now. Till now, it's all imagination and some on research, the information which they are collecting. So now the final thing is arrange them that they can speak to some people, some professionals who are already in those professions with some experience, so that they are here to make the children understand what kind of challenges they would face and how interesting, how hectic the career is going to be. What would be the lifestyle of that professional? So this is the whole process where step by step we need to involve the child in this process and help them to grow. Then just I want all of you to watch this. Yeah. So what all process I just told you, it is again briefed in this video. So you can take help of such videos and you can show children, and step by step along with the video, if you explain them. So this is the first step. You do this. I want all of you to do this by this time. So second step is this, third step is this, and let us complete all this process in a month or in 2 months. So this is how by using some source, just set the little goals for the children and let them explore on different careers and let them come to you and discuss with you, and this will drive you in getting into their guidance options. Then areas of strengths and weaknesses. So as we discussed, what role these strengths, weaknesses of the child is going to play. So to know these strengths and weaknesses, we all know this SWOT analysis. So through this SWOT analysis, with these questions, you can try to understand the strengths and weakness of the child. Or today we have many online tools available. Some are available for free and some are available on some payment. So you can ask children to get into any of those psychometric tools, which will help the children to understand their strengths and weaknesses. So when they understand their strengths and weaknesses and opportunities and threats, then it will be easy for us to help them in turning their weaknesses, which we call them as challenges. So every challenge can be turned into an opportunity. Okay, so when we work continuously on our challenges, as I told you earlier, every skill can be learned over a period of time. Any skill. So when we feel that, yeah, I want to become a doctor, but there is some skill which is missing in me, like detailing is one of the skill which is important for a doctor. So I'm not so patient in getting the details. I don't have that patience. So there are ways to develop those detailing, and if child is continuously into the process, then over a period of time, his challenge has given him the opportunity of developing or adopting that skill, which in turn tomorrow would turn as a strength. So this is how every opportunity would turn as every challenge, or every challenge can be turned as an opportunity, and every threat, when you are aware of your threats, it will help you in becoming conscious about what should not be your choice. And in case if you come across those things over a period of time, you will try to keep yourself away from those situations. So this analysis is very important, and teachers can take these questions forward to understand the child's strengths and weaknesses, opportunities and threats. And the easiest way is go with psychometric tests, and go with some online tools which would help the children in analyzing these. Yeah. So here is just a small case study which I wanted to bring before you all so that we can understand. Vedant, a class 10 student, is good in playing football. He is very passionate for football. He is also selected in a state level team. His parents are very supportive and help him in his football coaching and academics. Because of his tournaments and coaching schedule, He was facing difficulty in attending school. He wanted to continue his studies along with his game. His coach suggested him to enroll himself in class 12 through NIOS, National Institute of Open Schooling. His parents were reluctant about NIOS, but after great persuasion, they agreed to it. Vedant has now passed class 12 through NIOS, got admission into a college, and is representing state level football team. So here in this case, it's a unique case, right? Where generally when we think about career guidance, so we feel that child will want to become something and parent has some other idea and teacher has to mediate both of them. This is one case. Another case is child is completely lost. He doesn't know what he want to do. He is completely without motivation, not able to concentrate on his academics. So this is the second situation. And as teachers, we all know and we have understood that through this psychometric test or SWOT analysis, we can motivate the children towards their strengths, and through their strengths, we can push them towards generating interest in one or the other field. Thus, they get motivated in getting along. So, this story is unique where the child is interested in sports and parents also don't have a problem where they also want to support their child. But the problem here is the child cannot balance both the school structure, academic structure of the school, and football. So, now what role the teacher has played here as a career guide is the teacher has suggested the child to enroll with NIOS, that is National Institute of Open Schooling, which offers the same kind of academics as a CBSE board offers. It's a board which conducts exam for the children where children need not attend the school regularly. They can just study from home and appear for the exams. And now this is gaining more prominence because children, you see, most of them getting into sports, getting into some classical dances or other things who have some extra interest, children are getting into an iOS. So this kind of suggestion, if the teacher is able to give, where parents will not understand these things, parents will not accept for these things because they will hesitate. अरे school से certificate आया तो अच्छा रहेगा. If we get into some NIOS or something, or it might become, it might not have value. If tomorrow child wants to pursue higher studies in some other country, will this certificate have value? So many doubts parents would have, where teacher can clear all those doubts, and the certificate is very much valued as a CBSE certificate values because the pass certificate will be given by the MHRD. So this is how we career guidance plays role. So if teacher has to confidently give those suggestions to the students, first teacher need to be aware of all these options available with the children as per their interests. So we are no one to say that हाँ अभी तो पढ़ाई बहुत जरूरी है, बस पढ़ाई कर लो फिर बाद में वो देखेंगे. बाद में कब देखेंगे? When the child will get opportunity to play. We all know once the child crosses grade 12, then he will not get opportunity to get to play to state levels and national levels where he has to go through different means. It's not easy. So going with the school teams will definitely help the child. And once the child gets into those state and national levels representing nation and all, then such type of options, it's important for us that we introduce these options to parents. That's the reason I have taken this case for you all to understand. Yeah. So next, some careers which I just want to bring before you all, reflecting on different languages and subjects. So language, if some child is interested in language, don't see children coming up with languages. Every child wants either to go with JEE or NEET. See how many careers children have if they have interest in language. They can become an interpreter, they can become a writer, actor, editor, linguist, journalist, poet, advertisement or jingle writer, translator, lawyer, scriptwriter, newsreader, teacher, commentator, or radio jockey. Being a teacher, I feel so sad to say before you all that there are very, very handful students today who just want to become teachers and have the future teaching is going to be, it's a big question before all of us. Okay, then science and some careers. So see, many people just know about NEET. So, but how many other options we have? These are very few to mention, handful. So, physician, nursing, biotechnologist, data scientist, surgeon, physiotherapist, computer hardware engineer, scientist, dentist, pharmacy, computer software engineer, and researcher. So, social science and careers, anthropologist, economist, social worker, psychologist, survey researcher, consultant, ecologist, cartographer, travel agent, market researcher, administrator, and criminologist, statistician. So, and we all know this IAS, administration services, okay, Indian services, Indian civil services, which are open for social sciences. Of course, any from any other field, children are open to get into this, but social science children will have more options than mathematics, actuary, mathematics teacher, operation research analyst, statistician, physicist, research scientist, computer scientist, robotic engineer, civil engineer, geophysical mathematician. So these are options available in mathematics, which most of the children don't know. They just get into some engineer. And strategies and resources for imparting career information. So these are all the activities which we can conduct in our schools to give children more awareness on career related things, that is career talks, career tours, internships, career speakers, subjects, role play, mentoring programs, internet. We can ask them to search on internet on different subjects, then career quiz, notice or bulletin boards, simulation, PowerPoint presentation, career conferences, project works, library and books, folk media, career fair, shadowing, published career information, school assembly. So these are all the ways in which the career information can be introduced to the children. So you can pick any of these activities to start with and just see how the children are responding. Then types of career information material. So what material can be made available for the students in the schools? So in print, we can have career guides, series of career books, occupational monographs, occupational briefs, handbooks, dictionaries of occupations and industries, career fictions, biographies, community educational and occupational surveys, occupational or employment reviews, pamphlets and brochures, newspapers and magazines. See, all these are available for subscription, some in soft copies, some in hard copies. So you all can just have a snap and access those things and see that they are available in your libraries. And once in a week at least, give that time in your timetables for the children to have access on all these things. Then audiovisual, posters, charts, career films, film strips, photographs, and audio recordings. Then electronic, radio, TV, computer. So these are the things which will be made available for the children to have more career information. Then three-tier role of teacher in career guidance. So first is tutorial, that is career informant. You have to be a career informant. Then pastoral support, which means that backbone, that motivation. Then teaching within a subject, teaching as a career teacher. Within your subject, already you are a teacher, and now that you are going to extend one more wing to your teaching, that is as a career teacher. Then leadership, that is middle leader and senior leader. So this is also one of the important thing, where when we start this career guidance, there are two parts. One is academic attributes, which is shown in blue, and non-cognitive, which also we call as soft skills. So these are the two parts which the child has to parallelly go through if they have to get ready themselves to be for jobs tomorrow. So one is academic attributes. Let us see literacy, writing skills, STEM proficiency, science, technology, engineering and mathematics. Then test performance. So whatever standardized tests we have, competitive exams we have, yes, they need to get ready for those tests as per the course structure referred by them, and school attendance. So these are all the academic attributes which are expected by the child. Then parallelly, there are also some non-cognitive soft skills, which are socio-emotional development, critical thinking. So see, socio-emotional development. What does this mean? Means how child is responding to the society, and how he is able to empathize with the things which are happening around him. See, now for a small example, like today we all know what happened in Kolkata. Whether you have a boy or girl in your home or in your classrooms, just bring those debating thing in the class, or just ask children to reflect on this issue. Then just see how the thoughts of the children flow, which will help you in understanding how they are responding to this situation, and how their emotions are swinging. So it is important that we see that children are reacting positively towards this socio things, which in turn, see, every one of us tomorrow, and already we are in this, we share that societal responsibility, and thus it is very important for all of us to see that child is very closely related and reflects to the society and things happening in the society. Then critical thinking. So now this is also one most important skill which children need to develop, where this generation is needs some guidance in developing these skills when they are in that situation where they don't find a way to go. Then how to handle themselves, how to think out of the box, and see that they are safely coming out of that situation. Then self-regulation, see how to regulate themselves when they are in stress, and how they are able to hold themselves when they are under pressure. Then next one is communication. So communication, most of the people feel that communication is all about speaking. Communication is all about conveying information. No, communication is always about two-way. So it's not only giving, it's also taking. What someone is trying to communicate to you, the way you open yourself and understand, that is also communication. So there is verbal and non-verbal communication. See, the non-verbal communication includes looking into the eyes of the person, speaking to the person with all the body involving. So this is all comes under communication, and definitely children have to be a better communicator. See, most of the students today, they feel that they have knowledge. So they don't need to share their knowledge, which is very wrong. See, the purpose of having knowledge is to express. So if you're not able to present your knowledge in whatever way is expected, it can be communication, can be in the written form, communication can be in an expressive form. So in whatever way you are expected to present, if you are not able to express your knowledge, which is communication, then what for we have knowledge? So that is the reason communication plays a very crucial role. Then time management. See, we all know as teachers today, see, some of us would be very good in managing time and some of us would be lost, will not be able to manage, and thus always we try to we will not be promptly submitting our works in time. So time management, how to manage and how to prepare ourselves for the unplanned time. See, that buffer time, how to have it for ourselves to do those things which are not planned. So this is time management and cultural competency. So how competent we are culturally. See, whatever the society we are living in. So here I would say Indians already have that potential, that strength of this cultural competition. Just with a small example, like Indian diversity already has immuned us to these cultural competency. Thus, you can see Indians going to any corner of the world and they can survive, they can get into any culture. But you see, it's not easy for any other country like a Japanese. You don't see Japanese people or Chinese people coming to India and work. You can't see because they can't live. They can't adopt those cultures. But we Indians are blessed, and thanks to our diversity, which is in our DNA and which has opened and which has immuned all of us already with this cultural competency. If you are a parent or if you see any child in class not adapted, not getting adapted to the things happening around him, then definitely we need to inform it to the parent and see that child is gaining that immunity. So this is how all these academic attributes as well as the soft skills, non-cognitive soft skills, they parallelly play important role in shaping the child as a whole. Okay, so finally, we are on the verge of ending. The last one for you.
Meet students Al and Lexi. Al and Lexi realize there's a big world out there, and upon graduating from high school, they'll be thrust into an abundance of opportunities. But how will they make choices and navigate this new world? Luckily, they have their teachers, counselors, school support staff and partners, parents, and an entire community to guide them through a process that will equip them for whatever path they choose. The process is called academic and career planning. We like to think of the academic and career planning process as a voyage. You, the student, like Al and Lexi, are empowered to create a map for your future. And it all comes with the necessary tools to help: the mirror, the compass, the map, and the vehicle. Who am I? The mirror. What interests me? What am I especially good at? What is my preferred learning style? What makes me different from others? How do I want to be perceived? Answering these questions will help you appreciate what makes you unique. What do I want to do? The compass. There are so many options to explore. What careers would I like and be good at? What industries am I most interested in? What types of jobs will be available in the future? And how much can I expect to earn in different careers? Answering these questions will help you start charting the initial leg of your journey. How do I get there? The map. What courses should I be taking to position me for success? What work or service experiences will give me exposure and teach me the skills I need? What about extracurricular activities? What type of education do I need after high school? What are the admission requirements? And how much will it cost? Having so many choices can seem overwhelming. That is where a map comes in handy. Your personal academic and career plan will guide you through how to answer these questions so that you can chart, monitor, and revise your personal journey as needed. Go. The vehicle. Your own personal voyage is unique to you. Every student has a unique destination and a unique way of getting there. It's time to step into your future. Bon voyage. If you know exactly what you want to do, you may take a fast one-way track to your destination. You will be able to engage in courses, activities, work and service experience, and a post-high school education that directly supports your personal and career goals. If you have some ideas about what you want to do, but don't know for sure, you may choose a more fluid way to navigate. You can make several stops along the way, trying new things to decide what you like and don't like. You can choose courses, learning experiences, and post-high school options that support multiple areas of interest. If you have no idea where you are headed, you can benefit by observing the landscape, making sure you know all options available to you. You'll want to look for experiences and post-high school options that will help you decide on your destination. Just like Al and Lexi, you are in charge of your own voyage, and you have a lot of support. Your teachers and counselors will help you chart and navigate through your voyage, persevere through any storms encountered, and make choices that will leave many doors open for your future. Your parents can help by getting to know what is important to you, helping you prioritize, supporting you as you encounter challenges, and teaching you how to advocate for what you need. The community will help by showing you all the options available to you. Academic and career planning ensure that Al and Lexi were college and career ready. It will help you too. Being college ready is important because most jobs require that you complete some form of education after high school. What that looks like depends on your goals. Being college ready is a lot more than being accepted to a college. It means you have acquired the knowledge, skills, and dispositions needed to complete the degree or credential you set out to earn. It means you know enough about yourself, your goals, and the steps needed to achieve those goals in order to invest wisely in your education after high school. Being career ready is important because it helps you choose the right type of post-high school education for your goals. It allows you to enter the workforce at the time that is right for you. You will have the knowledge, the skills, and dispositions to apply what you have learned, secure and sustain employment, and earn the money you need to support yourself. Al and Lexi may not yet know their destination, and that's okay. even those students who do will experience change along the way. What's important is that you know how to use your map and the academic and career planning resources available to plan your journey and redirect when you feel you are off course. There are many choices in life, but few as important as planning your future. The person you will become tomorrow will be the result of the choices you make along the way. Academic and career planning. Own your voyage. www.n.
Yeah. So this is how initially the children can be motivated to the career guidance, and which will make them understand the importance of how to think about my future, what I am, what I want to be, what I can be, what, where should I be. So this questions, once we just sow these seeds in the brains of the child, then definitely no child would feel demotivated. So this is the session about career guidance and the role teachers can play to help their children in the process of career guidance. Thank you. I'll be available to answer any of the questions. Yes, over to you, Ms. Shweta.
Yes, madam. Thank you, Veena madam, for this very insightful session. And I think this is the call of the day because as you very rightly said, that the major part of our life we spend with our careers. It could be in any format or any this thing. Yes, but if you make the right choice, I think life is a great holiday where you are earning and having good experiences and enjoying life to the fullest, which again is the goal and objective of education, to make sure that individuals lead a happy and a fulfilling life. As of
Yes.
now, we haven't received any questions, but I think this has been a very important topic, and I would request the audience to share the link to maximum people. So, because when the teacher is a counselor and gives the preliminary inputs, the child is himself guided and can move further in the right track, making it a better life or better space for himself. So I think with this note, we come to today end of today's session. Before we leave, I request all the participants to fill in the link, their form, and your certificates will be shared with you. In case you do not receive your certificates within 7 working days, I request you to mail us at vidyadantrainings@gmail.com. Please mention your name, your school name, the session number, your WhatsApp number, and the date of this session. I'm sure you will get your response and you'll receive your certificate. And with this note, thank you once again, Veena madam, for this very, very precise presentation. You covered so many aspects which were so relevant and so important and so beautifully. Thank you for your time. And
Thank
with this
you.
note, thank you and see you all next Saturday, same time. Till
Yeah,
then,
I have given my mail ID. You can make a note of it. If anyone wants any support in regard to psychometric tests and all, you can always contact me. I can help you out.
thank you so much. It
Yeah.
is Raj151980@gmail.com, right?
Yes, yes.
Thank you so much.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you, Vidyadan.